Chris Wilder returns to the EFL as he takes over Middlesbrough to try and get them back in the playoff race. But will he get a win on his first match in charge? We'll take a little look next. Back once again with a prediction video today before the match number 18 over in the Championship, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. No, wait a bit. Smash your subscribe and get your bang up today with all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related. Woo! Football related. We're going to all here, boys, under one roof ski, and what is, of course, a bit of an interesting old league with the Championship. We'll take a look at it in a minute. Also, Middlesbrough back in, of course, the mix, in the news, in the headlines, with Chris Wilder taking over the reins. And, of course, can he bring that winning mentality back and, of course, get themselves back into, of course, playoff contention? We'll look at it all of it in a minute. A big shout out to my VIPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your love. And, of course, if you're interested in helping us out, check out the link down below, patreon.com/receipts, to see if you can become a new best mate for life as we get closer to Thanksgiving, guys. Thanksgiving. So, anyway, let's get into it, of course. Barnsley also looking for a new manager as well. No, they've hired that guy, haven't they? We'll talk about him when he comes up. So let's get into it then, shall we? Of course, recap the games that did take place prior to the international break, including this one. Bournemouth, of course, they already got they have their first defeat of their campaign, but of course they bounced back in convincing style with a 4-0 win over Swansea. They look very, very good. In fact, the top two look really good right now. And I think they're already. It's just going to be a matter of who's going to be at top, who's going to be second out of these two at the moment. Anyway, of course, 4-0 win for Bournemouth. Birmingham did lose to Reading, 2-1 win as well. We're still waiting for that Reading points deduction kind of stuff to kind of really throw them in the mix. But of course, right here, right now, Reading are doing average. I think it's 16th at the table, but of course, they could get worse for them. Of course, Blackburn Rovers, massive, humongous return to form there. 3-1 win over Sheffield United, and of course, a big response from that blip. That small defeat against Fulham a couple of days before that. 3-1 win for them. Good win for Rovers to 7th in the table. Meanwhile, Blackpool against QPR duked out to a 1-1 draw. QPR with that draw leapfrog Rovers into 6th. Blackpool down 10th. And very, very tightly. We'll look at the table in a minute. Of course, Cardiff got their first win as well. Again, have they got a new manager yet? I don't know. They're still in a lot of trouble down the foot of the table as well. Coventry picked up a win. 3-2 win over Bristol City, 3-2 win for them. Barnsley picked up a loss against Hull City, of course, big win for them on the road. Millwall and Derby did to a 1-1 draw. Luton Town picked up a loss against Stoke, of course, who move into the top 6 as well. Forest picked up a 3-0 win, of course, they're moving the chains up to 13th right now. Peterborough did lose to Fulham, just the 1-0 though. And of course, this is the result that cost Warnock's job. 1-1 in the end, 2-2 was my pick, so not too shabby. What did I get here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7, which is pretty good for me recently. Anyway, this is the table though. As you can see here, very, very batshit crazy. The top two quite comfortably on their own. The playoffs do look a little bit weird. It do look very, very weird. Sheffield United, let's take a look at Sheffield United. They are my other team that's supposed to be in that top 4 race. Because I had Bournemouth, I had Fulham, I had West Brom, Sheffield United. Those 4 to duke it out for the top 2 spots. I'm kind of right so far with those 3 of those top 4, but Sheffield United yet to really get going. I do anticipate them to get up there eventually. I don't know if it'll cost a man's job in the process. But anyway, Sheffield United in the 18th right now. Got to do a lot of work to do. But the playoff race itself is absolutely intense. With, of course, where are we looking at here? Maybe let's go from Stoke in 5th. They could drop all the way down to 11th. In this next coming match day, with the likes of Blackpool, Millwall, Huddersfield, Rovers themselves could also squeeze into the top 6. It's a very, very, really tight playoff race. And again, it's still early though, but get over the next few weeks and months and get into the new year. And if you're in that top 6, or maybe if you're in the top 9, top 8, then you really got a good shot at this. Take a look at the table, of course. Prediction league, where did I get? 7, which would have got me 4th. Tristan 24. Now he's got 11 out of 12. Should we see if he's actually legit? I'm going to do some investigating, because that is quite suspicious. Who gets 99 or 95%? I'll hold my hand up if he's right, but otherwise I didn't really scrutinize this too much. But I've just seen these numbers here now, so we're going to see how legit Tristan is. This could be naming and shaming publicly, and it might be a tough old watch for you guys. But we're going to have a look at it. I'm going to bring up the results. I'm going to maybe blur out the email so you don't give him any abuse here if it's true. So let's have a look at the actual table here. We'll put it right here. I want to make sure if it's legit. I don't know yet. So this is the table. We want to look at the timestamps on this. Tristan. Let's go. We want to sort that. See. Yeah, we don't want to cheat us around. It's a little bit It's a little bit shady. So 8th of November. Okay, when was the actual games? We don't want a shady business, do we? We don't want a shady business. Okay, Tristan, that's a little bit cheaty. Okay, the games actually were finished on the 6th, so you know what? That's pretty blatant, pretty poor cheating for you fellas, pretty poor. So we're gonna amend that. So he may have got 11 points here. Where is he in the actual leaderboard? Because do I have to go and scrutinize him big time? So no, he's not there. Let's go back then, shall we? So really, let's ignore that. Tristan did not get Predictor of the Week. It's Ivan String and Ojo. So well done to you guys. Fantastic stuff for not cheating. Tristan, come on, lad. Don't be silly. I can find you out. I've got timestamps, mate. Got timestamps. You bloody don't want to. So that's a warning to us all out there. Do not cheat because you got rumbled. You get named and bloody shamed. So Tristan 24, you're going to have to come back and kiss my ass if you want to get back in here in my good books, because that's bad. That's bad karma, mate. Bad karma on you. Anyway, let's take a look at, of course, if you want to get involved, use the code here, /championship to get in amongst it. So it is free to enter. Just make sure you get your predictions on time, so otherwise you'll get named and shamed. Kicking on forward then, take a look at the next round of matches. Kicking on off with Bristol City up against Blackburn bloody Rovers in the game of the day. We will have a watch along. Now this watch along will be a little bit weird. It will be probably, get this, hopefully in a car. I'll be live in a car. Yes, on the bloody road. We'll be driving down to Georgia on this day. I might even have some rugrats in the back, my dog in the back, the wife driving, singing. It'd be crazy. But of course, we're going to be looking forward to this one. Up against Nigel Pearson's boys at Ashton Gate, aka Thrashton Gate. Now, these two sides finished 13 times, 12 forwards for Bristol City, 6 wins for Rovers. Just one win. When we look at six wins for Rovers, 3 draws. Of course, biggest win for Bristol City, 4-1 win. The biggest other is a 3-1 win. 1 win and 6 for Bristol City. They are in a bit of trouble. Up against Rovers, of course, just 1 defeat past 4. We don't want to talk about that defeat because it was a shambles, of course. Last round, of course, over at Thrashton Gate was a winning win for Bristol City. That's, of course, back in December 2020. The away side hasn't won this game since Rovers beat Bristol City back in 2019. It was a 2-0 win, of course. Coming actually, though, Bristol City did lose to Coventry last night. Of course, Rovers picked up a 3-1 win over Sheffield United. Of course, big win for that as well. Look at the odds. 95 is your Bristol City, 64 is your away win. Of course, 94 is your draw. It's very tight. It smells like a draw here, but I'm going to go with the 2-1 win for Rovers on this one. We need the win. And hopefully Diaz comes back unharmed, unscathed, and of course scoring goals. Next, of course, we have Derby County. They're going to be taking on Bournemouth, of course, on November the 21st. Now, these two sides played each other 6 times in 2013. 4 wins Derby, nothing for Bournemouth. 2 draws. Of course, big for Derby, 2-0 win. The big other way, there was none. Derby, though, coming to this without a win in 6. Picking up 4 draws as well at the moment. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat about 6 for Bournemouth. 83% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around at Pride Park was a 1-0 win for Derby. That was back in January 2021. Of course, Derby picked up a draw against Millwall last time around. Bournemouth picked up a 4-0 win over Swansea last time around. Look at the odds. 50-4 is your Derby. Of course, 43 on is your Bournemouth, and 30-5 is your draw. So Derby should lose this one. Bournemouth with a 3-1 win to take it to the house. Fulham up against Barnsley with a new manager at the helm. Of course, now these two sides play each other 10 times since 1999. Of course, 5 wins for Fulham, 4 wins for Barnsley, and 1 draw. Of course, Fulham going to 100% form, 6 wins on the bounce at the very least. Up against Barnsley, just 1 win and 6, 70% form. Joseph Larman is your man, of course, over at Barnsley. Of course, last time at Craven Cottage was a 3-0 win for Barnsley. That was back in the Valérien Ismaël era, back in February 2020. Of course, Barnsley actually got back-to-back wins over Fulham, back-to-back clean sheets as well. But of course, that was, of course, different era right there. Fulham picked up a 1-0 win over Peterborough. Of course, back-to-back clean sheets, back 3, 4, 5 clean sheets on the bounce against Fulham. They look very, very good. Goodness gracious. Just 1 goal conceded in the past 6 games. Up against Barnsley, though, back-to-back games. Actually losing to Hull last round. Look at the odds on this one. Fulham 33-1 on for the victory. Of course, 4-1 is your draw. 10-1 is your long shots. That's Barnsley. 2-0 win, another clean sheet to boot. Of course, Fulham moving the chains. Next, of course, it is Chris Wilder up against Millwall. Of course, in the back of the M's. Played 24 times since 1993. 10 wins for Middlesbrough, 7 wins for Millwall, and 7 draws. Big swing for Borough, 5-1 win. The big otherwise a 3-1 win. Of course, Middlesbrough coming this without a win in 3, 58% form for them right now. Meanwhile, Millwall just 1 defeat in the past 5 for them, 58% form as well. Of course, last time, of course, at Riverside was a 3-0 win for Middlesbrough back in December 2020. Middlesbrough just 1 loss at the past 6 against Millwall. That was, of course, last time at the Den. Look at the odds on this one. 22-20 is your Middlesbrough. Of course, Chris Wilder's debut. 5-2 is your away win, and 11-5 is your draw. Middlesbrough won this one, 1-0 win. Of course, not big, but just enough to get the 3 points, and of course, get the belief back at the Riverside. Next, of course, Reading up against who are they? It is Nottingham Forest. Of course, at the Matchday now, these two sides. Played each other 32 times in 97, 12 wins for Reading, 11 wins for Forest, and 9 draws. Of course, Big Smith for Reading, 3-0 win. The Big other way, the 4-0 win. Reading come to this 2 wins, about 6, 33% for up against the Forest side. Just 1 win and 4 for them. A bit of a blip at the moment. But of course, 1 defeat, about 6, 67% form for Forest right now. Of course, last round, other Matchday schemes of 2 win for Reading. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game since Forest beat Reading back in 2015. It's been a while. Of course, Reading picked up a win over Birmingham last round. Forest picked up a win over Preston last round. Look at the odds on this one. Reading coming at you 90-10 for the Richie, 75 is your Forest, and 11-5 is your draw. 2-1 for Forest on this one. Of course, Reading going to go for a bit of a rough patch. Forest look good at the moment. Next up, of course, have Huddersfield up against West Brom. Bit of a top of the table playoff crunch clash this one. Played for the 17 times since 1995. Now we saw Huddersfield 5 wins over West Brom, 3 draws. Biggest win for the Huddersfield 4-1 win. The biggest win otherwise a 3-0 win. Of course, coming at you Huddersfield just 1 win in the past 5 for them at the moment. Of course, 50% form for them right now. Meanwhile, 1 win. What we're looking at, just 1 defeat past 4 for West Brom, 58% form at the moment. Of course, last round at the McAlpine John Smith's Stadium was a 2-1 win for Huddersfield. It was back in July 2020. The away side hasn't won this game, so Huddersfield beat West Brom back in 2018. Of course, Huddersfield did lose to Cardiff last time around. West Brom picked up a draw against West Brom. Look at the odds on this one, then shall we? Huddersfield coming at you 30-5 for the Richie, 2020 is your West Brom, 23-10 is your draw. Gonna go with a weird draw myself, 1-1 right down the middle. Of course, point split. Everyone's gonna be happy, kind of. Next up, of course, Hull City up against Birmingham City. Of course, bit of a lower echelon crunch clash here. Played each other 17 times since 2006. 8 wins for Hull, 5 wins for Birmingham, 4 draws. Of course, big win for Hull, 6-1 win. The big otherwise a 3-1 win. Just 1 win and 6 though for Hull, 17% form for them right now. Meanwhile, Birmingham comes to this good form for them, 58% form, just 1 defeat at the past 5. Of course, last time around over at the KCOM was a 3-0 for Hull. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game since Hull beat Birmingham back in 2012. It's been a while. Of course, Birmingham coming to this losing to Reading last round. Hull picked up a 2-0 win over Barnsley last round. Of course, Hull coming at you 17-10 for the victory, 31-20 is your away win, and 9-4 is your draw. I'm going to go with the 2-1 for Hull City on this one to move the chains and, of course, keep the dream alive. Preston North End take on Cardiff, of course, who have, I believe, yet to appoint a manager. Is Stevie Morris the actual manager? Has he been confirmed? I don't know. But anyway, of course, taking place at Deepdale on the 20th of November. Played 26 times since 2003. 9 wins for Preston, 10 wins for Cardiff, 7 draws. Biggest win for Preston, 6-0 win. The other way, the 4-0 win. Preston committed 3 wins and 3 defeats in the past 6 games, 50% form. But up against Cardiff, just 1 win and 6 for them at the moment. Of course, last round at Deepdale was a 1-0 win for Cardiff. In fact, Cardiff have actually unbeaten against Preston in the last 4 matches. They haven't lost since 2017. Of course, Cardiff picked up a win against Huddersfield. Preston picked up a loss against Forest. Of course, that's now. Look at the odds on this one, then, shall we? Coming at you. Where are you? 23-20 for the Nobbers. Of course, 23-10 is your draw. 25 is your away win. That's Cardiff City. 2-0 win for Preston on this one to take it. Cardiff yet to really get into gear. Next, of course, we have QPR. They're going to be taking on Luton in a Greater London affair. We'll call it like that. Play each other 15 times since 2002. 7 wins for QPR, 3 for Luton, and 5 draws. Biggest win for QPR. 3-1 win. The biggest other way. Also a 3-1 win. Luton coming to this 1 win in 3 for them, 58% form for them right now. QPR coming to this 1 win in 5, 50% form for them right now. Maybe a bit of a rough patch for them. Coming at you. Of course, last time out at Loftus Road was a 3-1 win for QPR back in May 2021. Of course, QPR haven't lost against Luton since the 3-1 loss 2011. That was a friendly. Last time they lost in competitive action was a 1-0 loss to Luton at Kenilworth Road at the FA Cup. Last time they lost at Loftus Road though. Have they lost at Loftus Road? They haven't lost. They haven't won. They haven't won at Loftus Road since I don't know, forever. Anyway, of course, coming at you, QPR picked up a draw against Blackpool. Of course, Luton picked up a loss against Stoke on this one. What do we have on this one? Then QPR coming at you. Where are you? 65 for the victory, 25 is your draw, 23-10 is your Luton on this one. 3-1 for QPR. They got the goals in them, but can they, of course, keep the dream alive as well? Look, Sheffield United. They're going to be taking on Coventry, of course, on Saturday. November the 20th. Played 31 times in 93. 12 wins for Sheffield United, 11 wins for Coventry, and 8 draws. Big win for Sheffield United, 2-0 win. The big other way, the 5-2 win. Just 1 win and 5 for Sheffield United, 42% form for them right now. Meanwhile, just 1 defeat. The last 4 for Coventry, 50% form for them. Of course, last time around at Bramall Lane was a 2-0 win for Sheffield United. That was back in April 2017 in League One. As for last round, of course, Sheffield United did lose to Blackburn, of course, 3-1. Of course, Coventry picked up a 3-2 win over Bristol City. Look at the odds on this one, 11-10 on Sheffield United. Of course, they're just waiting to just click into gear. 5-2, of course, it's your draw. 3-1 is your long shots here. Going to go with a win for Sheffield United, 2-0 win over Coventry at Bramall Lane. Of course, kicking on forward, though, we do have Stoke City. They're going to be taking on, of course, a Peterborough over at the Bet365 Stadium. Hopefully, of course, now these two sides, of course, played each other 2 times since 1994. 1 win for Stoke, 1 for Peterborough, and 1 draw. Big swing for Stoke, 3-0 win. Of course, coming at you 3 games unbeaten, 42% form for them right now. Meanwhile, Peterborough comes to this without a win in 3, of course, 42% form as well. Of course, last time they played each other was in the Championship back in 1994. It was at the Bet365. It was a 3-0 win for Stoke. Last time, of course, Stoke did lose to Luton. So Stoke did beat Luton 1-0 in the Nathan Jones derby. Of course, Peterborough picked up a loss against Fulham last time. Our basic odds on this one, but go in favour of Stoke. They are the favourites. Of course, Peterborough are your underdogs. Going to go with the win for Stoke here, 1-0 win in the end. And then finally, it'll be Swansea up against Blackpool. Of course, the two teams. It's quite a tough one, this one to call. Players of the 9 times 5-2 wins for Swansea, 4 wins for Blackpool, and 3 draws. Big Swift for Swansea, 4-2 win. Big Swift, there was a 5-1 win. Swansea come to this 67% form, 2 defeats about 6 games. Up against Blackpool, 2 defeats about 6 games, 58% form as well. Of course, last time the picture in Wales, in competitive action with a 0-0 draw back to the Championship in 2009. Swansea's last win over Blackpool. With 3-2 win in 2005 in League One. Of course, Swansea did lose to Bournemouth last time around. Blackpool picked up against QPR. Could go either way. This one's 65 on is your Swansea. The only favourites 10-3 is your way. That's Blackpool 5-2 is your tight. This 1-2, 3-1 win. There's Swansea for me. Played some good football, but of course they need to get the results on the table. That, my friends, is just about that. Be sure to get your picks in, of course, using the code down here, cut4/championship. It'll all a bit of fun, but of course you can get it in there and amongst the rankings as well. But until they give us some love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. But until then, folks, guess what? We're done.